Happy new week. I am so happy that you're back. I'm so glad to be able to have the space to make another episode. And once again, I am grateful that you are back listening to my podcast. There's so many podcasts you could be listening to right now, but you chose to play one of my episodes. Thank you. Today, the topic I want to talk about is very near and dear to my heart because it's about a broken heart. And I'm not talking about broken hearts from a relationship. I'm talking about broken hearts from an unfulfilled promise. So imagine maybe this is your situation. You have prayed, you have cried, you have toiled in prayer, you have prayed, you have done vigil, you have read the word. You know that this is God's promise to you. You know that God has confirmed his promise to you. But years have gone by, months, probably probably already stopped counting. Maybe this is even something that you don't even pray about anymore because it's like, I'm not getting an answer to my prayer, right? So you have a broken heart from an unfulfilled promise. And I'm not saying that you don't have faith. We might all be at different stages, right? When it comes to some people might still be holding on to the faith. And some people might be like, you know what, I don't even know anymore. So what do you do when you have an unanswered prayer? What do you do when you feel like you've done everything? Like, what else am I supposed to do? And sometimes for some people, some of us, maybe there is one more thing to do. And I pray for wisdom as God leads you to the right people to share with you the possible next step that maybe you could take so that what you've been waiting for, you'll be closer to your answered prayers. I really pray that because God works in mysterious ways and God works in so many different ways that we cannot put God in a box, right? So when you've done everything and sometimes, you hear some people say, I got the answer to my prayer when I just stopped thinking about it or when I surrendered. And maybe you're even at a point where you're like, I don't even know how to get to that point. Or maybe you're like, I've been at that point. You might even say, I've been at that point for years. Like, I just want God to do it in whatever way, however way. Like, you just been at that point where you're like, I've surrendered this already. When you've done all that you think you can do, I want you, yes, to be grateful to God, to still be grateful because being alive, that's a testimony on its own. But when you think you've done all you can do, I want to ask you one question. Have you served other people? Have you served other people? Is there a friend in need? Have you been there for them? Maybe there's someone, they just moved or something like that. Is there a way that you can be there for them? Maybe they need help moving, they need new furniture, and you have extra in your house. Are you serving in your church? Are you serving in your local community? Because a lot of times, it's not like you're doing anything wrong, and I'm not saying that you are, but the prayers, your concentration, you're just focusing on your own problem. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't focus on your own problems and, try to pray about your own concerns and look for solution because you can only help someone else if you're in a particular space, right? But a lot of us, we're already at that point in our lives where we can offer some type of help. Maybe not the type of help that you really wish you could, but there's some type of help that you can provide somebody, and you're not even doing that because you're so focused on that mountain. You're so focused on that problem. So, my dear sister, and if there's any brother that is listening to this as well, have you served someone today? Have you been in service to other people? Have you served at your church like I asked earlier? Is there someone that God has put it on your mind to call, to text? Is there a need? Have you gone through your closet and picked out a few outfits that are still in great condition, good condition, that you can give to someone that might not even have. Maybe someone that is new to this country that might need those additional clothing items. Do you have extra money that you can you have from that budgeting every month, that you can go and buy groceries for somebody? Sometimes we need to take our eyes off of our problems. And a lot of times, yes, our eyes should be on God, and God is directing you back to how you can help other people. But you've been praying, you've been fasting, and those are all good things. But have you served other people? Have you served others in your community? Have you started the project that God has put on your mind? Sometimes we put some things on hold. God is telling you, help this person. You be like, I will help them a lot when I make money. That's what I will do. Oh my goodness, when I make money, they will know. What about now? Is there something that you can do now, today? Not when that miracle happens, not tomorrow, but now. This is my encouragement for you today. I don't want to make this too long. So I want you to think of it this way. What is one thing, two things that you can do to really, really be of service to other people, where you're being good, you're being kind without expecting anything in return? I believe that if you pray about this, focus on this, God will show you. So I told you I don't want to be making my podcast episode too long. So we're just going to stop right there. And if you were blessed by this podcast episode, please share it with your friends. It's very easy. Share it to them. Share it on your send them messages on WhatsApp, or share it on your WhatsApp story. Share it on Instagram. Please and please and please share this. And follow me on my Instagram at Lola Shodunke, LOLA S as in Sam, ODUN as in Nancy, KE, Lola Shodunke. So share this with your friend and follow me on Instagram. I love you and I wish you a great week. Bye.